started towing the slab in this one. Zach Eflin, what do you look for here?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Okay, all set to go. And now for the Jays, George Springer. And that one fouled off. The wind of the pitch. Went with the sweeper, but it misses. Foul ball there. Started after the 1-2 pitch, appeal to first, and he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Bo Bichette up to the dish. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. One out, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, there appears to be no problem settling in on the mound out there today. It looks pretty tough to start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game. And somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
Anthony Santander stands in now and watches strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And there's a strike.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Going to count 1 and 2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Two out, space is empty. Popped up. Hauls it in to end the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Orioles due up in the first, no score. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And on the hill today, Kevin Gausman. What do we have on him?
He's got that splitter, and it's a pitch that swings and misses, come fast, and they come often. Very difficult to pick up out of his hand.
And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. That one catches the zone. 0-1. Gausman, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. That's a ball. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know it was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Here's Adley Rutschman. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
All right, Boog, so I was scrolling through social media the other day, and a video of Adley popped up. It was a clip of him playing college football for Oregon State. How athletic is this guy? He tackled Stanford grade Christian McCaffrey. Seriously, what can't...
Oh, gets dirty. There's one. Back to first, and that is a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. And that is out of play. Up and in, and it's 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Next offering way upstairs. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. We played an inning, no score. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singing, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Ed Drummond behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Maybe one of the most respected umpires around the league.
He's not the kind of umpire that you're likely to notice back there. And that can be a huge compliment, really. So if you're just kind of quietly doing your job, staying consistent with your calls, hitters, pitchers, managers, even fans, they're all going to appreciate you. Ed Drummond, he's that kind of umpire.
So up next for Toronto, Will Wagner. And it's fouled away. Eflin, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2012. On the ground, Westberg slings it across. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting sixth, catcher Alejandro Kirk.
2 down, base is empty, and now it's going to be Alejandro Kirk. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about, the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
And there's a ball.
Really impressive with the way he frames, the way that he sets it up, because sometimes those pitches are off the plate, but because he sets up and presents it so well, he steals strikes for his pitcher.
And it's even up. No score here in the second. Cut on and lifted in the air. O'Neill. And that is that. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Baltimore. Now, Ryan Mountcastle.
Designated hitter, Ryan.
You know, it didn't take Mountcastle long to make a splash at the major league level. In 2021, he became the first rookie to lead the Orioles in home runs since Kurt Blefary in 1965.
In the air, right field. Springer on the move. He's got it. One away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Swing and a foul out of play. One down, base is empty. And it's fouled off. Next offering misses down and away.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
That misses. The count now 2-2.
Count is 3-2.
Swing and a ground ball. Bichette whips it to first. And O'Neill is retired.
Oh, boy, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Colton Cowser will hit next. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike one. Just missed. Swing and a miss as he was late.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one popped in the air left field. And that's the third out. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Andres Jimenez.
Andres Jimenez.
Eflin back to work. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that drops in for a strike. And he couldn't hold back. He's run up on strikes.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Ernie Clement next up for the Blue Jays. And that misses. And that's ball one. Fouled off. He was late. In the air, out towards left center. Mullins right there to make the grab. 2 down. So up next, Nathan Lucas. And that one fouled off. Two outs. That one lifted to left. O'Neill gets under it, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Back now at Oriole Park as we go to the last of the third. And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Come on, Cedric.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting 8th, third baseman.
And next for the Orioles, Jordan Westburg.
Westburg.
He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Late swing, fouled off. Mullins gets his lead at first with nobody out. Gausman throws over, and he's back in safely. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field, way back there. And that ball is gone. And now they're out front. It's 2-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. That was one of those home runs where you really don't know if he got enough of it off the bat. I mean, he put a good swing on it clearly, but I wouldn't say he really got the sweet spot on the bat. The exit velo wasn't anything too impressive, but it had all it needed for him to circle the pillows.
Now it's going to be Jackson Holliday inside. Ball 1.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the last half of the third. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit.
Now batting.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit. 1-for-1 with a single so far. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
And that one pulled foul.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
The real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
On the ground left side. 6, 4, 3. And they turn the double play.
He's so good at coming across the bag and snagging it with the bare hand to throw. I like the flair that he brings day in and day out.
Now the catcher up to hit, Adley Rutschman. And first offering is fouled off. Outside. Check swing. He went. And that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Two down, nobody on. And that one is popped in the air. Shallow center. Jimenez makes the catch. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. Baltimore with a 2-run shot this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. New inning getting started. Here's George Springer.
George Springer.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot. Well, these Blue Jays, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
That one fouled off. The 1-2. Up the middle. What a stop. To his knee. The throw. Nicely done for the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to the backhand. Nice diving stop. Gets up to complete the play. That'll fire the team up for sure.
Bichette now at the plate. Pitch misses. 1-0. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play. And I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
Yes, he did. That's a swing. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Stays alive. And foul ball. Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Up next for the Blue Jays,
Anthony Santander at the plate. He popped out his first time. Just missed. The Jays still looking for their first hit in this one. And a swing and a miss.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Oh, look at the stop. Throws from his knees. And very nicely done for the out.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle, diving stop, completes the play, and that ends the inning.
Back here in Baltimore, ready to go,
Orioles,
bottom four.
First
And now the
baseman,
first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
O'Hearn.
And there's a foul ball. Well, Siggy here in Baltimore, and crab cakes. We need to get our hands on some crab cakes. You think we'll get someone to maybe run down for us and grab a few?
Absolutely. It's got to happen. Maryland crab cakes, the best. And you talk about the seasoning. Nobody does it better than the people here in the city of Baltimore. But even so, here at the ballpark, some great food.
And that one almost got him. Swing and a pop-up. Bichette drops into the glove, and there's one down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Flied to right his first time. Yeah, and I'm kind of partial to my guy Boog down there over that right field wall, and some barbecue, because Boog can fire up some pretty good barbecue.
Yeah, and I'm surprised we haven't seen any of that yet up here in the booth. Come on, man, let's go.
Next offering is fouled back. Fights it off. He'll see another. One down, base is empty. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike three.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, lowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. I tell you what, that's a tremendous two-strike pitch.
Out to short. Fires over to Guerrero. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing across here this half. We played 4. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top 5, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That clips the corner. Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident. And there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Swing and a miss. And a count 1-2.
2 strikes.
That's down and in.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Swings and misses, struck him out. So now the DH spot, Will Wagner grounded out his first time up. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Really nice job
Now
staying
batting,
up the middle with his
catcher,
approach. He didn't try to do
Kirk.
too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
In steps the man they call Captain Kirk. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Kirk,
Counts 1-0.
26 years old, and he's a native of Mexico. On the ground to third. Here's Holiday for one, and that's two. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Orioles 2 and the Jays nothing. We head to the bottom of the
Leading off
fifth
for the
and into the
Orioles,
box for Baltimore,
right fielder,
Colton Cowser.
Colton Cowser.
And that's through there for a strike. And it's 0-1.
0-1's the count.
And that's
That's
outside.
outside.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings over the splitter for strike three.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come
Now
across,
batting,
especially in terms
center
of
fielder,
movement. I mean, that thing
Cedric
tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last
Mullins.
moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
And first offering is fouled off. One down, base is empty. That
That's a
just
ball.
misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back, and that one is gone. And they add to their lead. It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. That pitch looked like the splitter, but normally doesn't stay that high in the zone. The bottom falls out, at least to bring it around belt level, but that one just stayed up, and with that kind of velocity, it's going to get hit really hard, as it did right there.
One down. Jordan Westberg, the next to hit for the Orioles. That misses. Ball one. Fought off foul. That's off
That's
the mark.
ball 2.
2 balls and a strike. Tap foul at the plate. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Grounds one to short, and it's through for a hit.
kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Jackson Holliday, the next to hit for the Orioles. A single his first time.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on. His quick release is unreal.
That's in there. Strike one. Activity in the pen. Nick Sandlin getting loose out there. Swanson also getting ready. Westberg leads off first with one away. Gausman throws over.
No, he's safe.
Late with the swing there.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Inside, almost got him. On the ground to third. Oh, great stop. The feed for one. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Just a beautiful play right there to get it out. He dived to make the stop. Then a nice feed from his knees. Knew he didn't have time to get up and make that throw. The throw beats the runner. That's that internal clock working.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. First pitch misses.
Ball one, no strike.
Two outs. There goes the runner. Pitch misses. Throw to second. Out at second. That ends the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now at Oriole Park. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. Eflin back to work. Just missed. In the air, out towards right center. Could be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2.
Gotta love the hustle and the attitude there to try to stretch that single into a double, but unfortunately thrown out at second base. He was so close to being in scoring position.
So digging in, Ernie Clement. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. And that one way outside. And that is ball 1. One down, base is empty. And another ball.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
And there's 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Nathan Lucas next up for the Blue Jays. Fly to left his first time. Foul ball.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at bat.
Next offering is in for a strike. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. through that, and it's a strikeout. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the Orioles 3 and the Jays nothing.
Now pitching for
On the mound
Toronto.
now, Brendan Little.
Number
Pretty
54.
tight game, so they're looking for quality
Brendan
pitches out
Little.
of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
So the lineup flips
Leading
over.
off for the
Here's the Orioles
Orioles,
leadoff
the
hitter,
shortstop,
Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now the Orioles catcher, Adley Rutschman. Swinging a foul straight back.
You know, these Orioles, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've launched 6 hits at 90-plus exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Henderson gets his lead at first, nobody out. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Boots it. Still finds a way to get off a throw and save. Couldn't recover from the misplay.
I think he just rushed that one. Great chance to turn 2, and as an infielder on a play like that, I think guys can get a little excited and forget to make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
Ryan O'Hearn digs in now. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. Not even close there. And it's 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Ground ball, could be 2. Flips it. There's 1. Relay to first. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Designated hitter, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ryan Mountcastle, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 2 in this one. Breaking ball misses down and away. And a foul ball. Two outs and a runner at third here in the bottom of the 6th. High fly ball, right field. Springer sizes this one up, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Orioles, but they lead at 3-0. And we're back. Now here is George Springer. The Blue Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at bat out of him right here.
And a pitch. And that's in for a strike. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Andrew Kittredge preparing to come on if needed. Aiken, a left-hander, also throwing. Comes up empty.
0-2 is the count.
Next offering is outside. That one down the line, and it goes just foul. Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. And it remains 2-2. To the right side, Holiday. Fires over to first. That takes care of Springer.
Good arm side run and sink on that pitch right there. Got inside on him and got him to bounce into that out.
And next for Toronto, Bo Bichette, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that's in there at the knees. One down, base is empty. And that is cut on and missed. And the count is 0-2. Up the middle, Henderson. Tosses to first, and Bichette is retired.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
2 down, base is empty. Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Anthony Santander. There's a strike.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Rutschman on to first, and it's in time for the 3rd out, so that'll end the inning.
Now pitching for
New
Toronto.
arm out of the bullpen, Nick
Number
Sandlin.
52.
Just trying to keep this one close
Nick
here, and
Sandlin.
this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here's Tyler O'Neill.
Leading off
He's
for the
grounded
Orioles,
out a couple of
left
times.
fielder Tyler O'Neill.
And a foul ball. Next offering is down low. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And
right
now
fielder,
here is Colton Cowser.
Cowser.
He swings and fouls one off. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Orioles.
Timing on the swing was good.
Center
Able to
fielder,
shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. And first offering is fouled off. Sandler checks the runner.
He's in there.
Foul ball there. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's exactly what a good two-strike splitter will do. Duck right under the bat path and that last 15 to 20 feet or so. And at that point, it's just too late to do anything about it as a hitter. Really nice pitch.
Down to third baseman, Jordan Westberg. His two-run homer back into third was an important swing of the bat in this one.
Yeah, there's no doubt he helped set the tone fairly early, and certainly part of the reason why they've got the lead right now.
On the ground. Handles, throws to first, and that'll do it. And the Orioles leave one, but they lead it 3-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Andrew Kittredge.
Now pitching for the Orioles. Number 39. Andrew Kittredge.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
Leading off for Toronto, first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. And there's one down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Ripped to third and caught.
They put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Inside, almost got him. Hard hit to third. Fires across the diamond, and the Blue Jays go down 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Orioles 3 and the Jays 0. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday.
Jackson Holliday.
That one pushed foul. Sandlin, in his 4th year, he features a slider, a four-seamer, a splitter, and he works in a sinker. Lifted in the air, right center field. Springer on the move. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one down.
Now batting, shortstop, Gunnar.
Here's the shortstop
Henderson.
at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. That's outside.
Ball one.
Ball one. Bases empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Line drive. Makes the grab. 2 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. Orioles held in check there, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
Now pitching.
Here comes the closer here in the 9th, Felix Bautista.
Save opportunity for him right here, and he's their guy. Time to lock this one down and get out of here with the W.
Jimenez up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Nope, that's a ball.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Look at that right here. He did the team thing, took until he got a strike. Now he's got to go to work, shorten up that swing a little bit, do whatever it takes to get on base.
Swing and a miss. Splitter in the dirt. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Just beautiful placement of the splitter right there. Exactly where you want it with 2 strikes to get that swing and miss. And he's worked very hard to be able to command that pitch. It's a tough pitch to get a grip on, but he's one of the best at throwing it where he wants to.
Clement in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. The Orioles leading by 3 here at the top of the 9th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
100 miles an hour, foul that off. That's a good piece of swinging. I won't say hitting because he didn't get a knock, but a good piece of swinging to keep the at-bat alive.
Next pitch is downstairs.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a liner, base hit out into right center field. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and that's a 2-bagger.
He got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
1 out, runner at second. Next to hit, Nathan Lucas. That one outside. 1-0. Fouled off left side.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat. That fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Swing and a miss. Now he's in a 1-2 hole. Clement, the runner at second with one away. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Now only one out remaining.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Springer in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's outside, and it's 1-1. Runner at second, 2 down. Just missed. Way out front for strike 2. Bautista is just 1 strike away. Got him, and that's the ball game.
This is just a nice win. 3-0 ball game. You feel comfortable about the 3 runs that you scored, but you also know that if you're not careful, a bloop, a base hit, and a home run ties everything up. But it was great pitching. Timely hitting really made the difference.
The shutout in this one, 3-0 our final score as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.